I would say I didn't completely understand the magnitude, though there were assumptions and estimations, but I would say I couldn't exactly estimate everything into their complete magnitude. So yeah, I came here with slightly less preparation, and then the ground reality came up. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, there were angles where I could have estimated it much better.
Income supports. All of those things that we would otherwise certainly be in a position to need, we were not afforded. We don't have rights to those types of benefits. So that was eye-opening. I'm not sure that we had that expectation when we arrived, but the sheer cost of living can be quite overwhelming. I do have a stipend. My wife does not. For a married couple with 2 kids, the stipend is not a job, it's not a source of income. It's certainly an important part of our income stream, but by no means can we rely solely on that.
If you convert Australian stipend or the scholarship into local currency, you get a lot of money. Or it seems like it's a lot of money, and you get happy about it. And often you estimate the living cost based on your own judgments or your own perception of your own country. But the reality is different.
But we also have income streams from across the world. So I do a lot of copy editing for non-native English-speaking grad students and postdocs elsewhere. And both my wife and I do casual teaching here at the uni. Our overseas student health cover, we're required to take out a $14,000 loan in order to purchase that healthcare policy in advance for what they call a multi-cover policy for the whole family. That was one of those bits of information that we really could have used early on in the application process. We were very fortunate to be in a position to take out a loan of that size on short notice. Many people would not be in that position.
So that sorts us basically for the basic needs in medicals, but there are certain things which are not. One of them includes dental. That is not, and dental is expensive in Australia in general.
Oh, I think there's no doubt that it would have been much harder in Sydney or Melbourne. Absolutely. For us, having a lower cost of living here in Townsville has been critical to our survival. I have faith that we would make it wherever we go. We do that, but I don't know how we would have done that. Townsville is certainly much less expensive than Australia's capital cities.
Of course, we are happy and lucky to have Townsville quite reasonable in that regard. So respected to all these cities. I think Townsville is much better, but again, the better part is you don't spend way too much for the same standard of living, but it's again substantial.
We have the absolute best daycare facilities right here on campus for our kids, which has been instrumental in raising happy and healthy kids here. And yeah, everyone we know is a 10-minute drive from us, which when you're on the other side of the world all by yourselves makes a big difference.
I would say the cost of living, the bonds, and the upfront costs, living expenses, like the normal expenses that you would expect. So yeah, I wish I would have had a better idea of it. I would have planned myself before.
If I was going to advise somebody who wasn't sure how to get started and who was nervous about the financial risk of moving to Australia without income being lined up ahead of time, I would say the most important thing that you can do for yourself is to communicate your needs and to be honest and open about your availability, and to recognize that that might impinge on your completion of your thesis, but that these things can work together as long as you're committed to making it happen.